The question is the game going to loop back around to the first case for Act 3? How is it going to go twisty in the third act? Because like it's a one and done game, so it's very self-contained. So either the third act is going to end with the kickoff of the revolution and sort of the breakdown of law therein in the surge of fervor that perhaps caught people less blameful. Another thing is that our third case could involve someone who is like seems super guilty but is actually innocent. I don't know. Go into Act 3. Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? Chanting, the violence, smell of gunpowder, the 3 glorious days. Oh, fuck. Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear. If I find that moping bird brain at the Canard Joyeux. Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning, No, wait. It's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is, where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Far too early for this level of roasting. Past the cabaret savon. No way. We've got important business to discuss. And I can't do that if you're half drunk. Oh, dude, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes. It's what that wolf judge said about a revolution. That guy was off his rocker. Besides, we were worried about every potential French revolution. Never get any work done. Am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh? Oh, yeah, the business. That business. The business I wanted to discuss with you. The important business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Oh, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Police de la Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volit... That name rings a bell. Voletary. Why does that name ring a bell? Voletary. Oh wait, it's the police person, the investigator person who's like missing all his limbs. That's it. That's hers. Voletary's letter has been added to your evidence file. Oh, I know why I was suddenly just twinging on his name. I was suddenly thinking of Le Comte de Monte Cristo, the Count of Monte Cristo, and Monsieur de Villefort. Because now that we're talking about the revolution and the whole Plot point being Monsieur de Villefort's grandfather was a Bonapartist. Being a huge plot point. Military is pretty close to Villefort. It's also close to Voltaire, but I don't know if Voltaire, I don't remember if Voltaire is French. There's not a lot of names that begin with V. They all just sort of blend together. Proposal from the inspector? Interesting. You have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, we gonna go meet him and find out? No. Inspector's a crime-obsessed nincompoop. I have no intention of listening to anything he has to say. What if the proposal's really good? Like, we have 100 liters of wine and need to be drunk post-haste. Wishful thinking. More likely as some paper-pushing task the police can't be bothered to do. Can I make a suggestion? Let's go meet the inspector. If he gives us an impossibly good wine gig, then we can graciously accept. And if he offers us a terrible paper-pushing job, then we can reject it to his face. In style. We can tell him to shove it. Yeah! We can be like, shove it, Inspector. Say it with me, Falcon. Shove it, Inspector. Shove your lousy paper-pushing job. Louder! Shove it, Inspector! I felt pretty good. All right, let's go stick it to that inspector in person. Oh, but before I forget, he had dropped by the hospital at some point. What'd you eat this time? No. What? It's not like that. Well, not entirely like that. I need to pay for the bill from my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit. The inspector's call should take priority, I think. Sparrow's gonna be in medical debt? Uh-oh. Police de la Bastille. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. Wait, you think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? No! Do you think that's how he got his war wins? It's a joke, Sparrowson. Pretty sure this inspector isn't that old. Well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with the three of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role. Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No. What? Okay, hold on. YouTube Studio's lagging. Alright, we're good to go. He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumor has it the wolf bribed his jailkeeper, then fled for the hills. So he escaped justice. For now. Don't fret. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... good. You're all here. Excuse me. Monsieur and Mr. Inspector Voltaire. Valerty, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool! I was joking! You impudent whelps. Not that old. I sustained these injuries when, in the July Revolution 18 years ago, I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. Hair was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh, great. Now you set him off. We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we are here. Oh, right. Of course, why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential. You understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipsters. It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising. Correct. A rebellion is coming. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadow of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and of overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. Take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they'll just get even angrier. Indeed. That's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the whole rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know the rebels are having weapons delivered to them by a crooked merchant who's only referred to as La Croque Monsieur. Like, the sandwich? What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel, throw some peppers on it if it's a Friday night. It's nothing to do with sandwiches. A Croque Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? All you had to demonstrate after years of tracking? Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I'd be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. What about you, Falcon? To be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't exactly my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you. Look around you, Falcon. We're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and the dullards who are supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Cataline doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. So what do you say? You want to sit around in your office, twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity, do something great, and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? I don't think so. Sorry, Inspector. Come now, Falcon. Let's not make hasty decisions. What would it take for me to change your mind? Nothing would convince me. I appreciate the offer, Inspector, but my mind is made up. That is most unfortunate. Well then, I shan't keep you any longer. Thank you for your understanding. Come along, Sparrowson. We have business to attend to at the office. We do? Oh, right, we do. Good day, Falcon. Good day, Inspector. Good day, Severin. Falcon always was a little pig-headed. Maybe he feels put off by working with us roosters of justice. Or maybe, dare I say, he feels sympathetic to the rebel cause. In any case, I should probably start my investigation into the Croque Monsieur. Not so fast, Monsieur Cocorico. There is something else we need to discuss. I must say, I'm a little disappointed, Falcon. I know that Inspector is an unlikable nincompoop, but I was hoping you'd look past that and accept his offer. If not for the glory of serving France, then at least for the, money. I think you misunderstand, Sparrowson. We aren't going to be sitting here twiddling our thumbs. We don't have a case. No, but we have plenty of work to do. Let's find the so-called Croque Monsieur and track down the rebels. Huh? You rejected the Inspector's offer, but you're gonna do the work anyway? I'm confused. Knowledge is power, Sparrowson. Let's say we manage to learn exactly where the rebels are meeting. What can we do with this information? One option would be to offer our services to the rebel group. When they are inevitably arrested, we go defend them at court. Another option would be to blackmail the rebels directly, extort them for money in exchange for not giving out their address. I don't like this discussion. Aren't we supposed to be the good guys? Well, want to play it perfectly straight, we could just give any information we find directly to the Inspector. At least now, we can do our investigation without having to play by the Inspector's rules. That's true, I guess. Alright, you've convinced me. We'll uncover the identity of the Croque Monsieur, and we'll track down those rebels. And then we'll play it by ear. Yeah, we'll wing it! Because we're birds. So... God's damn. We're just getting so many locations, and all of them will burn a day. Okay. Let's see. Where would be a good place to start? Well, there's the private investigative firm. Might as well just give them a gander and see if they can be put on the case. Ooh. Renard looks interesting in his proper outfit. Well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but first things first. Elsie, would you kindly fetch our guest some tea? Oh, of course, Monsieur Vulpes, of course. Messieurs, what sort of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe? I don't suppose you have any coffee, do you? Heresy. Now, Mousy. Our guests prefer coffee to tea. That's not for us to judge. Suppose they'll be wanting milk and sugar, too. Ooh, yeah, 3 spoonfuls will be lovely. You have no taste at all. I apologize for Mousy. He's quite opinionated when it comes to matters of hot drinks. Can't blame him. It's an important issue. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came for? Sorry for my delayed reaction. Something didn't go off that should have been going off. Hi, hey, Julie Jello, welcome on by. Hello. Like, Nun Holy? I haven't heard of that. What is that? I don't know how long you were streaming, but at the very least, because streaming some pretty hard work, I implore you, you know, stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water, probably grab some water from a different place than you pissed. You do you. If you don't know me, I am Dreki or Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. We are playing a very silly fun game, Aviary Attorney. Sort of a Ace Attorney-ish game, set in 1800s France, using some political cartoon animal persons that are really funny. We love your model in the little Hades X game. Oh, interesting, interesting. I love my model. Aw, thank you. All credit to Sapphire. They're the person who drew and rigged it. I am merely the puppeteer. You're welcome on by Dreki and Huli. Is it Huli Jello? Huli Hello? Arctic Death Water. I mean, Arctic water is pretty deathly if you get into it for too long. Let me see if I can figure out what was going sideways in my alerts, because the raid stuff should have gone off. Yes, I have a nested scene, but where did I store the nested scene? Did this crash? No. But it definitely didn't fire the event properly. Interesting. Might be something to take a wrench at later then. Oh well. That's a problem for future Dreki. I tried on this game for so long. It has been, it's been a lot of fun. If you've ever played Small Saga, the writer is the same person, so a lot of that humor still comes through. It's been a lot of fun. So if you like the stuff that goes on in Small Saga, you'll probably like this game. It's definitely one of their earlier works, but it's still holding up pretty fun. Plus, I feel like I have a lot of opportunity to do silly voices. He actually came in on a pretty good time, in that we were like at the beginning of Act 3, probably the last of this game, because it is a fairly small, short game. And it seems like this game's going to end like either as the revolution kicks off or like just before the revolution kicks off, something like that. Why is the eye in a cursed position of the fox? Well, so it turns out like all the animals are actually from a French political cartoonist of the times, in the 1800s. So all they did was they did some minor touch-ups to like be able to make them blink and some other little expression things. So that's just how things are, how things be. Also, welcome to Ziggurat, Arctic Death Water. I hope you enjoy your time here. But right now, we are searching for a secret meeting of rebels whispering of revolution in France. Welcome to Ziggurat, Dreki. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? Just have a couple questions. You heard of Croque Monsieur? You ever heard of a person called a Croque Monsieur? And no, you aren't talking about a sandwich, unfortunately. The Croque Monsieur? Are you referring to the black market salesman? The man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. You have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the croque monsieur face to face is not easy. Man doesn't make himself known to just anybody after all. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days, and I will tell you where and when you can find the croque monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Vulpes. Of course, there is a price. A price? Just a small fee. A mere 30 francs. Hey, we said you're derriere of that Prince Juan business. Is there any way to show your gratitude? Monsieur Vulpes, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We're investigating on behalf of king and country. I'm sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Fox, but I'm running a business here. Fox has to eat. 30 francs. I guarantee I will find you the croque monsieur. That's my final offer. What do you say? We should have 30 francs. Here you go, monsieur. Very good. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the croque monsieur can be found. Rest assured, I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Okay, we have 40. Okay, so we gained some money and then lost 30. Monsieur Vulpes, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course. These days, a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. Dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. Well, you could tell us about the dissenters specifically. You know where they're meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. The banquet's gone. Who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else. That's all. Have a pleasant day, Monsieur Vulpes. As to you, messieurs. Tea's ready, Monsieur Vulpes. It's ready. I'm afraid you're too slow, Mousy. Oh, father. Alright, so we need to burn 3 days, but I feel like we'd still be productive. Right, the drinking place. That's a gathering hut for personages to chat. No drinking! Bad Falcon! Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they're perfect rebel breeding grounds. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's you two. What will it be today? Wine or beer? I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Madame Quinel. We're looking for a man called Croque Monsieur. Have you seen him? No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay. You heard any of your patrons bad-mouthing the government? Of course. This is a tavern, hun. If people couldn't come here to grope and talk about politics, where else would they go? That is true. But has anyone stood out? Well, just between you and me, the pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. I'm not saying they are or are not rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madame. Let's see where to go. Let's go to the card room and lose some money in cards.
Well, the big fellow has returned. Here to play some cards, monsieur?
Absolutely. Deal me in.
Very well then. You know how to play.
Of course. I've been playing for years. Yeah, right. Don't get cocky, Falcon.
Good. I shall be the dealer. We'll bet 5 frogs per game. Here we go.
I want to win at least one fucking game of blackjack. It's got to be possible. 9? Oh, Stan, 20. There's no way I lose on a 20. Yes!
The plan, monsieur. Here's your payout.
Do we have another round? No. Let it never be said that Falcon loses 5 games of blackjack in a row. All right, let's see. Let's find the shifty folk in the drinking room. And that's what Mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea where she's going to keep them, though. Yarrow, you know she hates being called Mademoiselle. Going to get stuck with guard duty again. All right, you are. The Madame it is, then. Wait, she isn't married, is she? Why do you have to call her Madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way! She would straight up eat me alive if I asked directly. Wait, hush up. Do you smell that? Smells like eavesdroppers. Wait, 5? 5? 5? Can I help you, messieurs? Messieurs, have you heard of a man called... Okay, wait! There's a slight chance these guys might be rebels, right? If we ask directly, they might be scared off. Good point. Try to keep it subtle. Where'd you get that rifle? Ah, so you're carrying a rifle, monsieur. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Good question. See, most hunters around here are carrying old French Charvels, but this beauty is something special. See? It's American, from the Springfield Armory, model 1812, percussion lock firing mechanism. An American musket, you say? Certainly quite special. Must have been hard to procure. It's true you can't buy guns of this quality from the standard street sellers, but if you know the right people. Please, go on. Well... Okay. Listen carefully. You didn't hear from me, but to meet the croque monsieur... Actually, it'd be foolish of me to explain in public. It'd be much easier if you, just take this. Book of Judges? What is this, some sort of law book? The book subject is not important. Just take it. Oh, I see. It's the Book of Judges from the Bible. Old Testament stories of God smiting people and stuff. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. And why are you... Just take it, you idiot! Bible books are we use to pass around them code phrases, don't we? Code phrases. Hero, please. Trying to be low-key here. You're cramping my style, alright? Stop your squawking. A big beak's gonna get us in trouble. Right, you are. Try to forget what my friend said. Just a little searching in the contents of the good book. You should be able to get what you desire. Is that a religious metaphor? No, monsieur, I'm being very literal. Well, thank you for the gift, monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to our gun salesman. I see. Well, I hear there is an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at the Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show that man your new book, he'll be able to find you a particularly spiritual passage. You sure this isn't all a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me. I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, monsieur. Friar at Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make a note. Is there something else you wanted? You tell a pair to squawking. It's being a big loudmouth. Thank you for your assistance, messieurs. It's nothing. Get out of here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the Croque Monsieur and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do. I appreciate the advice, Monsieur. But I'm not a smart person. You ready to hit the road? Yep. Time to hit the road, Jack. And don't look back no more, no more, no more, no more. Let's hit the road, Jack. And don't look back no more, no more, no more. Oh, special event at Les Croques. What a view. You can see the July column so clearly from up here. Ah, Cocorico, you're already here. You have news about the Croque Monsieur, or is this about the other matter? Here you go. The full register of all those who entered Paris Law School and the full list of graduates. Very good. Let's take a look. Now, could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for? Look at this list of graduates. You see any names you recognize? Well, I see my own. Class of 1873. I see that moronic prosecutor, Rupert Rabbington, under the class of 1864. Oh, and there's J.J. Falcon's name. Class of 1832. Very good. I'll take a look at this page from 1829. See anything amiss? Well, I don't see JJ's name. I'm not quite sure what that implies, Inspector. The explanation is simple. J.J. Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution. Why would he do that? Why indeed? Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of the French national pride. But Falcon, he's a bird of prey. It's in his very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubt when the pressure rises, he will show his true colors. Not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JJ was a buffoon and an imbecile, troglodyte, but never would I describe him as a person of malice. Time will tell. Do you need me for anything else, Inspector? Shall I continue my investigation into the Croque Monsieur? There's one more thing. Take this. A pistol? No thank you, Inspector. These are dangerous times. You face a violent threat. You cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours. I am well aware. I just find these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide. Fine, fine. I'll keep hold of it. Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you have been most helpful. I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. You're sort of the animal to scream as soon as the sun rises. I would question that guy's line of thought.